G'day, it's Phil here, and welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to be going through 50-cent pieces again, looking for commemorative coins, rare coins, and coins worth more than face value. Again, we've got my 50-cent collection book here, already partly filled with the commemorative coins that we've found so far. We're only a couple of hunts in, and we have just a few of the coins left to find. We have 5 centenary of federations out of 9. We need the ACT, New South Wales, Norfolk Island, South Australia, and Tasmania. We need the IATSIS coin from 2014, and we have the 2 most recent 50-cent commemorative coins. As you know, the standard coin 50-cent piece is the coat of arms, and I'll be going through all of those at the end, looking for coins that were minted in years where there was no 50-cent piece issued for circulation, so only mint sets, being 1986, 87, 89, 1990, 92 and 2005, and also 1985 and 93 are low minted years, as well as some of the most recent years, 19, 20 and 21. That is the standard coat of arms. So let me pull in and we'll get started. So, as I say, only going through the reverses, and our first coin is a Tall Ships from 1988, celebrating Australia's bicentenary. We checked that for the date error where there's a dot between the 2 8s. That's not one of them, so it's just a standard commemorative. Now, it's not a particularly high number, but that's a keeper for me, so I put that down on the keeper row. And there's a 2005, which is the secondary school student competition winner for a 50-cent piece, and that was for the Melbourne 2006 Olympics. And that is a common commemorative, so I'll put it up on a row at the top of the screen. Depending on how many keepers we'll get, we might fill up the screen with commemorative coins. Here we have a coat of arms that's from 2021. We're currently keeping only the best of those because we do not know the full mintage. There's a 2014. Sometimes we just quickly check that for a crop circle error, but that one is fine. And then we have a 2005 Remembrance coin, the 60th anniversary of the end of World War II, 2005. This one does have a little cud on the bottom of the priest's robe or vestments, what we think is the vestments of the priest's robe. It's called a robe cud. I have a significant number of those because this particular coin in 2005 was filled with errors all around the coin for whatever reason. The die wasn't particularly great, or just the manufacturing process was different, but I have a lot of those die errors. There we go. Oh. And so we're into the hunt now proper, and eventually I will just slow things down, speed things up a little bit. Slow things on my side. There is a 2010 Celebrate What's Great Australia Day. We'll speed up the hunt a little bit. Another 2005. And so we're looking for centenary of federations, we're looking for the IATSIS coin, we're looking for the 25th anniversary of decimal currency changeover. Now this is the 50th anniversary of decimal currency changeover, the changeover coin. This is pretty dirty, this one. I'll put this with the common commemoratives. This one will go back into circulation. There's quite a number of those out there. I think it's 7 million. Yeah, 7 million. So I don't keep those unless they're in really good nick. People don't necessarily want to swap for those unless they're in great order, because there are so many. And here's another 2005 Remembrance coin, and it also has a cud on the priest's robe, although this one is a much shinier coin, much less wear on the fields there on the reverse. So hoping to look for some of the, well, certainly the 91, the 25th anniversary of changeover, is a harder coin to find. It's because a lot of people love it because it's got the ram's head on it, which, as you saw from the 50th anniversary, the ram's head makes a feature on that as well, being the corresponding coinage in pre-decimal currency. There we have the year of the family from 1994. And from 1982, the Commonwealth Games, Brisbane. Significantly high number of those coins around. We see a lot of those around. 1998, Bass and Flinders. Celebrating the voyage of George Bass and Matthew Flinders to find or to determine that there was a piece of ocean or sea between Australia and Tasmania. Here we have the 2003 Australia's Volunteers. And that puts us onto the second keeper row, which means we probably won't have much room for much else because I've pulled in so tight on the coins today. Still checking those 2014s for crop circle errors. We also checked the 2012 for a bubble variety error, although I've never found one of those. So it's actually, I found it actually quite hard to find an error when you've never seen it in your hand. You can see pictures of it on the internet and you can have it described to you, but until you see it in your hand, it's actually quite hard to find some of these errors. Mostly because of the 3D aspect of something that's in your hand. Here we have the Silver Jubilee from 1977. Another high mintage commemorative coin, and then from 2002, the year of the Outback. And so, yeah, some errors are particularly hard to find because you don't have it in your head what they look like in person. Here we have a 2001 centenary of Federation, but this is the 1912 Commonwealth coat of arms, and this is the predominant centenary of Federation that was minted. And so I would like to find a bubble variety, but I haven't found one. I have found a crop circle. That's in my collection. But again, oh, that's very, very shiny. But again, yeah, I find it quite hard to go through the 2012s and know exactly what I'm looking for, because I know generally what I'm looking out for, which is a bubble or a raised part of the coin very near to where the crop circle is in this general area of the reeds behind the emu's head. But I'm not 100% certain when I come across something that is a little bit out of the ordinary, if that's it. There is another Celebrate What's Great. And I've left that one on the table because it is particularly in good nick and high grade. It is a 1981. It's got a slight amount of toning, but the fields there are just magnificent. So I'm guessing this is going to be a royal wedding, Charles and Di. Yes, it is. And the edges are very sharp too. Look, it's possible that it's come out of a set only because of the way it's toned, or it's been in a roll for 40 years. That's possible too. The cardboard in the roll might work its way in like this toning is, but I might put that to the side just so I can keep a very nice example of that. And so we're a significant way into the hunt now, and I have noticed that in my last few hunts, sometimes the section after the hunt where I go through what I've found is almost as long as the hunt, which I'm not particularly happy with. I think we're all about noodling, about hunting, and not necessarily about the minutiae of the coins that I find. So I'm going to try and keep some of that end bit just a little bit shorter, just so that I feel like we are having a noodle hunt and not a general discussion about coins and what I've found. Let me know if that's okay with you, or what your preference is. But I'm not a massive fan of 15 minutes of hunt and 10 minutes of talking about what I found, even though it can be a little bit important. And my words seem to flow quite well. I'm not a big fan of that. And so let's speed things up now that we're into the hunt, and we've only got a few more rolls to go anyway, and see if we can find the Centenary Federation, IATSIS, or something else that we really need. And here for the first time we have the Millennium Year coin. We look at this for a infused variety, but there is also a fat letter variety, but I don't have, again, a massive confidence in finding those because I haven't really felt one in my hand. I'm pretty sure I've pulled some out before, but not a great deal of confidence in getting that right. And there for the first time today we have the 1970 Captain Cook, the very first commemorative 50-cent piece after decimalisation. And there for the first time today is a 2004 primary school competition winner for a 50-cent piece. I'll put that one down there. And that leads us on to the last roll. And as we come to the end of the hunt, oh, I thought there might be something there. We have had a relatively skinny hunt. I must say, I've been very lucky over the last few weeks to be able to finish off the book and start a new book and get a decent amount of nice coins at Centenary Federation coins, which is always great, but sometimes the luck just isn't there. And today we have one keeper for my collection, but nothing for the book, and nothing of major interest. What have we got here? We've got 8 2021s, which probably all of those will go back into circulation. And then we've got a nice Charles and Di, but I'll quickly go through the coat of arms, and I'll come back and let you know if I found anything of any note. Well, the only major coin of any note was a low minted 2020 Jody Clark coat of arms. So that's 720,000 of those, much lower than the 85 or the 93. So to keep it for the book, or sorry, for the collection, you have another 6 coat of arms from 2021 showing that they're not very common really, and they will most likely go back. Picked up another 3 changeover coins, but none of them are in any great shape either than the first one, so they'll all go back in. And then, so what I'm going to keep for my collection is this really fantastic grade Charles and Di from 1981 with a nice bit of toning. You can't really see it here much on the camera, but there's a nice patina that's sort of growing in from the outwards. But the other coin that I'm keeping is the 1988 Tall Ships, because I like that particular coin, not particularly lowly minted or anything. But that's it for the hunt, nothing for the book, and quickly for me to review at the end. So thank you very much for watching. If you like what I do, please think about subscribing. Give me the thumbs up. Let me know what you're finding in your area by leaving a comment down below, and I'll be back for more noodling in a couple of days, so I'll see you then. Bye.